Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, replaying conversations, obsessing over a decision, or wondering endlessly about what could go wrong? If you're nodding yes, you're not alone. Overthinking is something that grips many of us, but today, we're going to learn how to take control and finally find some peace. Overthinking is like a mental loop that can make you feel stuck in your own head. Whether it's worrying excessively about the future or ruminating on the past, it often leads to anxiety, stress, and even depression. But here's the good news. There's hope. You don't have to be a prisoner to overthinking forever. With a few shifts in mindset and behaviors, you can regain control of your mind and live more freely. What is overthinking? Overthinking is the tendency to dwell excessively on a problem without taking any action. It's focusing on all the possibilities and worst-case scenarios, often leading to paralysis in decision-making. A study published in the journal Behavioral and Cognitive Psychotherapy found that individuals who overthink frequently engage in self-blame and catastrophize normal daily events. The root of overthinking lies in fear of making mistakes, fear of the unknown, and fear of being judged. Our brains are wired to protect us from harm, but sometimes they do it too well, keeping us in a loop where we think we're being cautious, but we actually become stuck. Imagine you're a student worrying about an upcoming exam. You spend hours considering every possible question, review materials repeatedly, and second-guess whether you're prepared. This cycle of worry doesn't help. Instead, it creates stress and often leads you to procrastinate further. You're scared to start studying because you're afraid you won't find the perfect method, so you overthink and freeze, causing stress to build and productivity to drop. Or take, for instance, Anna, a young professional who's worried about her performance at work. Every time she turns in a project, she spends days agonizing over her boss's feedback, wondering if she'll get promoted or reprimanded. She also overanalyzes every comment her colleagues make. This excessive thinking leaves her feeling drained and constantly anxious, and does not contribute to improvement in her work. Anna feels trapped in a whirlpool of uncertainty created by her own thoughts. Researchers at the University of Michigan found that overthinking activates the same area of the brain responsible for the fight-or-flight response. This means that prolonged overthinking can lead to increased levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, which can negatively impact physical health. Furthermore, studies indicate that people who overthink are often highly intelligent and capable individuals who are used to solving problems. But when faced with personal issues or emotional decision-making, their analytical skills can backfire, leading to more harm than good. One of the most effective ways to fight overthinking is to shift your focus. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT techniques, suggest rerouting your thinking patterns from negative to positive by actively challenging each negative thought as it arises. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Can I handle that? What evidence do I have that my fears are true? Overthinking loves a void. Where there's no action, there's room for excessive thought. Thus, taking immediate action can often counteract overthinking. To do this, set small, manageable goals for yourself. By doing something, even if it's just taking the first step, you change the default from inaction to action. Mindfulness techniques help you to focus on the present moment rather than getting stuck in past regrets or future anxieties. Incorporating meditation or deep breathing exercises into your daily routine can help calm your mind. A study published in Psychosomatic Medicine showed that people who practiced mindfulness experienced less overthinking and were able to achieve better emotional balance. Sometimes, harnessing the power of creativity can help reduce overthinking. Art, music, or writing can encourage expression and flexibility, freeing your mind from the rigid bounds of repetitive thought patterns. Engage in activities that allow your brain to explore and create, rather than dwell and scrutinize. Perspective-changing exercises can help you see situations differently and lessen the grip of overthinking. Techniques include visualization of a positive outcome, finding gratitude in small things, and seeking counsel from trusted friends when in doubt. Reflective journaling allows you to empty your mind, capturing thoughts on paper. This practice helps you not only clarify your thoughts, but also observe them from a distance, reducing their emotional intensity. A pencil and paper can become the tools to dissect and release the clutter of your mind. Numerous studies highlight how writing about challenging experiences helps reduce distress and overthinking. Overthinking often gets in the way of making decisions. Combat this by limiting the time allotted to make a decision, creating deadlines, and accepting the possibility of imperfection. Tim Ferriss, author of The 4-Hour Workweek, discusses breaking down decisions into small, solvable parts, a shift from the grand decision to many manageable ones. This method reduces the perceived voltage of each decision, making them less intimidating to tackle. Engaging in physical activities like walking, running, or yoga can help release stress and reset your focus. Exercise increases endorphin production and improves mood, diminishing stress levels that exacerbate overthinking. A study in the Journal of Clinical Psychiatry highlighted how consistent physical activity reduces anxiety significantly, promoting mental clarity. Disrupt the cycle of overthinking by creating intentional distractions, such as puzzles, learning new skills, or participating in community service. These activities offer fresh mental landscapes, shifting concentration away from self-focused rumination to positive, external engagements. There you have it, a range of strategies to help you move beyond overthinking and into action. It's time to decide. Overthinking is a habit, and like any habit, it takes time and commitment to change. But with perseverance and the correct strategies, freedom from overthinking is within reach. Start small, be patient, and trust the process. Now we want to hear from you. Do you have a strategy that works for you? Did the overthinking habit affect a decision, relationships, or your happiness? Share it in the comments below. Your story might just help someone else regain control of their thoughts. Let's find peace and clarity together. With these principles and practices, you can turn overthinking from a stumbling block into a stepping stone for growth and resilience. It all starts with that first brave step of awareness and action.